Hello, welcome back to Holding the Harvest. I'm your host, Sarah Esposito. Today, my guest is a woman who runs a different kind of farm. She runs an animal farm. Alongside her husband, she raises cows, chickens, even a peacock, and much more. She is also a NICU nurse, surrounded by the tiniest little fighters and helping them graduate into the comfort of their own home. And just 2 months ago, she became a mom herself to a sweet little boy. I am so excited to chat with her about all things farm, work, and motherhood, as these seasons are very similar yet different for us. Please welcome Alyssa Ordille to Holding the Harvest.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for doing this with me today. How are you?
Of course, I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good. I'm excited to hear about your life on your farm. It's much different than mine. I don't have any animals except my 2 dogs that try to run all around the blueberry field sometimes, but life is different for me versus yours. It's funny because my kids and I were just recently at your farm taking Mother's Day photos, and they were like, "This is a fun farm." I was like, "I know, this is a fun farm."
Very different.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. So like getting into the farm life, what do you want to name like all the animals you have, if you can name them all off the top of your head? And if they have names, can you give us their names?
All right. So our 2 big cows are Hank and Levi. Hank's the brown one, and Levi is the black and white one. And then we have one micro cow, and her name is Vanilla Bean, but we just call her Bean for short. And then in addition to that, like those are our biggest animals, I guess. And then in addition to that, we have a lot of chickens and ducks, and we have mandarin ducks, we have Muscovy ducks, we have
Oh my goodness,
an array of ducks, guinea hens, and then we have 3 peacocks. A few of our chickens have names, but we've gotten so many over the years, and some come and go and whatnot. So I've kind of gotten lax on their names, and some of them just look so much alike that it's kind of hard to have names for all of them. But our peacocks have names, at least, because there's only 3 of them. So we have 2 females. One's Patricia, who has a personality of her own. She literally comes up on the porch and she'll look in the windows. She's so funny and nosy. And then we have Priscilla, who just minds her own business. And then the male is Philip, the one who's like pretty with the long feathers and whatnot. And then other than that, I think that's pretty much it. It's just kind of a lot of birds in addition to the cows. And then we have 2 dogs.
2 dogs. Do they like the cows?
They do.
Or do they like not? Yeah.
My one is a puppy. We got her last year, and she loves Bean. So like they literally like play in Bean's fat. It's really cute.
Oh.
It's cute. The big cows are kind of like, you're too big. They don't really kind of bother them, but they're out there and chasing the chickens and the ducks. And
I was gonna say, do they chase the birds all over the place?
All the time.
My dogs would go rampant if they saw chickens or any kind of bird.
They think they're like toys. I'm like, that's not how it works.
Yeah. No. Do you don't have any cats?
No cats.
No cats. No. Yeah. My mom has like an indoor outdoor cat.
Oh, really?
She calls him like her farm cat. Oh. Yeah.
We should get like a barn cat. That'd be good, especially for like the mice and like stuff with the meat and whatnot. But we haven't done that yet.
Do you have any roosters?
Yeah, there's a good amount. We probably have, if I could take a wild guess, probably like 60 chickens.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and we're probably close to like 15 to 20 of them are roosters, which you don't get that many for all those hens. But we've just had like let chicks hatch out, and obviously you don't have any control of that. So we've just gotten a lot of roosters in that sense, and my husband doesn't get rid of anything, so they all play. But
do they? I was gonna say they get along.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I mean they get like a pecking order, so sometimes you'll walk out back and they'll be like doing their thing and fighting a little bit, but it's not crazy. So
okay, well that's good. Yeah, because I've heard like some roosters can be really territorial and even mean to like people.
Yeah, no, I've heard the same thing. I've
been chased by one before.
Really?
Yeah, I have.
That has to be terrifying. No, thank you.
Yeah, well, because like like I said, like they can be really territorial. So you're just like, okay, I'm just gonna stay inside, stay away from chickens. So my friend has chickens, and she gets flocks, and then like after they get a little bigger, then she'll get more chicks, and she notices the pecking order big time. Like she's always thinking about like worrying a little bit about the chicks when she puts them with the hens, because she's like not worried that they might not accept them. But she was just telling me that the last little flock that she got are all starting to get along.
Are they? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah. So
definitely
they're all
takes a bit. It takes a little while for them to kind of get used to,
yeah.
especially anything new. Like anytime our hens hatch out chicks, it's the same way. So like
Yeah.
we keep them separated until they're a little bit bigger just so they can like withhold their own.
Yeah. So what's like the like physical demand of having an animal farm, like raising three cows because they're,
Yeah.
the demand for
Well,
them is a lot.
thankfully being small, she doesn't need as much, but I feel like it's a little bit easier just compared to the big cows. But the
Mhm.
big cows are a lot. Like they eat like I think it's at least 25 pounds a day of grass or hay.
Wow.
Like which doesn't sound like a lot, but each, I mean, that's 50 pounds. And right
Mhm.
now, like the grass is just starting to grow. So my
Mhm.
husband's always putting a new like round bale out there for them. But they like
Mhm.
destroy that in within like a week. And they're like,
Yeah.
they're not cheap. And so it's like expensive and it's physical labor. And, with having the baby, like my husband
Mhm.
trying to manage work, us, I try to help, but obviously I can't run out there and put a hay bale in there. But,
Right now, yeah.
it's a lot in that sense that, you know, they're, they're animals. So they need food, they need water. Their water
Mhm.
is outside in the heat. So it constantly needs to be dumped and scrubbed out and then refilled
Yeah.
or just refilled in general in the meantime. And then we give them green too. So like they'll get some green. Now that it's getting hotter, we give them less green because they don't really need to stay as warm, obviously.
Mhm.
They'll kind of just graze and eat the hay and grass. But if they're out of that, then they need more green. So, it's running a tractor supply for like every week and buying more food or whatever the heck they need. Uh,
Yeah, Tractor Supply has your account. They're like, "Yeah, we love to see them coming."
they actually sent us an email last year at the end of the year to tell us how much we spent in a year.
Oh my
And I was
god. Do
thinking
we
that
wanna know?
they,
Do we
no.
need to know? No,
My
we don't
husband
need
was
to know
like,
that.
"That's not right." And then it literally, like, addressed him and was like, "This is what you spent." And it's like, "Why would I wanna know that?"
Can we write that off in taxes? Like
Gosh, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it's worth it. Like,
right?
they're great and we
Yeah.
love it. We wouldn't have it any other way, but it's a
Yeah.
lot in that sense. And
Yeah.
thankfully, my husband has, like, decent work hours that, he can get home and do a lot of that stuff
Tend to all of it.
because when I'm working, I work 12-hour shifts, so it's hard. Like, I don't get to go out there on those days especially.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of juggling and whatnot, but like I said, it's definitely worth it, and I don't know, seeing them every day is so fun, and looking out the back,
Yeah,
just seeing the cows grazing is like,
I
well,
know.
so
I'm telling you, when my kids walked back there, they were like, "Oh, this is like a whole nother like they loved it." We don't have any we have one farm right near us that has cows,
okay.
but we've never been like right up to them
No.
before and they were like getting a kick out of it. And I
Aw.
was like, "We gotta come back
Yeah,
and
no,
see them."
absolutely, please do.
How'd they do in the winter? Because we had a rough winter. Like, how was
Yeah.
like what was the maintaining like for them in the
So
winter?
they don't wear jackets or anything like horses, just
Mhm.
'cause then that would make their fur not grow in as much, so
Mm,
they just get
okay,
really fluffy, so that thankfully helps for keeping them warm, and then we're just constantly giving them grain just to keep them warm and new hay.
okay,
The hay gets, like, wet or frosted depending on the weather,
okay,
so we're constantly giving them, like, buckets of grain, like, in the morning
okay,
and night just to keep them warm. We'll do, like, corn as well because that also keeps them
okay,
warm. But other than
okay.
that, it's not really, like, much different, just, like, water heaters so their water doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
Mm. But really just trying to keep them warm is, like, the best thing you could do. Thankfully, they're very hardy animals that
Mhm.
kinda, like, just fine with it. I don't think they love it, obviously, but,
Yeah.
they're okay out there. And Bean was smaller because she was only, like, I guess, like, 8 months, so we weren't really sure how she was gonna do, so we put her
Mhm.
in our barn every night. Um,
Okay, so
and then,
she
like
was, like, in protected
yeah,
more.
just 'cause we
Yeah.
weren't sure, like, how
Well,
she
she's little.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Her first
They're
winter.
probably too big, we can't do that, so we're like, "Sorry," but they've been out
Yeah.
even years prior to us getting them, so we figured they were used to it compared to being it was her first winter, and of course,
Yeah.
like you said, it was a bad one. But, like,
Yeah.
when it was, like, snowing and, like, all that ice and stuff, we just kept her in the barn because we didn't need her slipping, and
I know.
it was like
Getting injured, because then you gotta worry about, like, what
oh, yeah,
like,
that's a whole other
like
thing.
yeah, like, I can't even think about that because
Yeah.
I just think about my dogs, I was just
Yeah,
watching them walk on the ice, and I'm like, "God forbid one of you
I
slips and
know,
you break a leg." I'm like, I what am
I
I gonna do?
know.
What am I gonna do?"
The ice this year was like I
I know.
couldn't even believe it that it was a
It
thing.
was it's here for, like, 3 weeks too,
Yeah,
so if anyone is listening and you are not from New Jersey, it was a terrible winter,
it
so
was. Absolutely.
I said every year after now, we are either gonna go to Florida or, some kind of
Yeah, right?
island because
That's the way to do it.
we were losing our minds in here,
Yeah,
and, like, my kids were just so bored and
yeah,
just,
we
like
can't go outside, you're afraid of, like, getting
yeah.
hurt, like you said.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know.
I stayed inside.
Yeah, like I had like an inch thick of ice on my driveway for like 2 weeks.
Insane.
I was just like this
And I've
fucking
never seen anything
robot.
like that, right?
Me either.
Yeah.
Did you see the reels where people would throw like they would throw like a rock like against the grass and it would just slide because it was
No, I
just the
didn't
whole
see it.
yard was
I
ice.
believe it
Oh my
though.
God, I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's my yard.
Yeah,
That's my front
I
yard.
know. It looked like an ice skating rink, like anywhere you went. I remember like driving down the street and it was just
Yeah, it
everyone's
was
front yard, just like an ice
freaky.
skating rink.
Very
It
freaky.
was.
Well, it's very interesting how much different. I mean, because then you got to like clean up cow poop,
Mhm.
right? Clean all
Yeah.
that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
Yeah.
we've been building like more pens each year, especially for the big cows, just because they're so big that they need more space and whatnot,
Hmm.
and more grass to
Hmm.
grow and all that. That
Yeah.
thankfully, when we rotate them out for each, pen, their
Hmm.
cow poop tends to kind of like disintegrate, and it's good
Hmm.
fertilizer, so it's good in that sense.
I
Kind
was
of
gonna say that's
full
the
full
best
circle.
fertilizer.
Yep.
Yeah,
Uh,
that and chicken
yeah,
poo is a good
I
fertilizer.
know. I know. My husband's always telling like people, he's like, "Hey, if you ever need it for your gardens or your front lawn," people are like, "What?"
Yeah,
But it's true.
yeah,
It really
yeah,
does work.
yeah. It just
Everyone-
smells, but it does
Yeah,
its job.
it does. It's so funny, but hey, it's full
I
circle.
feel like even dog poop isn't that bad because I've noticed patches in my backyard that
Really?
have, like, dog poop in them because I don't clean it up that often.
Yeah.
I see the grass come in, it is, like, deep green, and I'm like, "That's nice. That's a
And I'm
nice
like,
yard right there."
why pick it up? It's helping your
Yeah.
grass.
Yeah. I know, it's just like when my kids go out there, I'm like, "Well, I won't go over there because
Wow,
there's dog poop." So right now, like, my
that
husband
is
has
the
been
worst.
cleaning it up more, but even in the winter too, when we had that horrible winter, I was looking at the ice and just seeing
Just
dog
seeing
poop
it,
just
it was
sitting,
so
like,
noticeable. I was like, "Oh
it was
my god."
horrible.
Yeah. Like, I
It
should have
was
picked it up before
horrible.
it came.
I know, I couldn't believe how much poop my dogs produced
Yeah,
because I was like, "Oh my god, like,
it
this
is
is, like, every
crazy.
part of the yard."
Oh,
So,
jeez.
yeah, super glad that we are out of that and that we are getting into
Yes.
summertime soon and
I know we're
warm
getting there.
weather.
We're close.
Yeah,
Just needs to stay consistent.
yeah. So you are also like you were saying you work 12-hour shifts, so you are a nurse.
Yeah.
How did nursing kind of come to fruition for you?
Honestly, as long as I can remember, like, since I was a little girl, I just wanted to be a nurse, and I
Yeah.
don't even think I even understood exactly what it was. I just remember saying I
Mhm.
want to be a baby nurse because 'cause I'm a NICU nurse.
Okay.
And I had no idea what a NICU nurse did besides being with babies, but of course it's not all sunshine and rainbows like I thought when I was a baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I was little, I just remember saying that I wanted to be a baby nurse, and it just stuck with me. And then through nursing school, you have clinicals, so you're doing like med surg, which is with adults, and you're doing OB with moms and babies, and pediatrics with kids, all different types of things you're seeing, even like psychiatric units. And
Mhm.
it was still my favorite thing. I liked a little bit of everything, but NICU, just for some reason in my heart, I felt like that was just what I was meant to do.
Yeah.
So I started out in med surg just to get experience and learn, the broad aspects of the adult world.
Mhm.
And I finally ended up in the NICU. It was hard to get in there, like, especially before COVID. It was really hard to get into specialties then.
Yeah.
So it took me a little bit, but I finally got in and I've loved it ever since. So I've been there 4 years and
Okay.
change it. It's great.
No.
No.
You love it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so great. See, I you just see such small little
Yeah.
human. Like
It's insane.
like all my kids were pretty small when they were born, but like I can't imagine like a 2-pounder
Yeah.
like in a
Yeah.
little incubator.
Last thing
Like
I've ever taken care of was like, I think 14 ounces, so not even a pound.
my
You talk about like the size of
goodness.
your hand.
Yeah, like literally like this
Diapers are
big.
like this big.
I know. Like so are they like they're a specialty diaper?
Yep.
Like you can't just get
Yep.
them.
They're called
Yeah.
P3s. Like, they're from
P, pre,
Pampers, but
okay.
P3, so preemie 3, they're the tiniest
Preemie
diaper.
3.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. So, how was nursing school? Like, what was like because I've interviewed a few nurses on here,
Okay.
and they all kind of say the same thing that it was,
It was rough.
yeah, rough. And I'm trying to think of the terms that some of them have used. I guess like I can't think of it right now, but if it comes to me, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Just hard in general.
Yeah. No, I honestly, I feel like I would say rough. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a lot. I was in a full-time program, and also, they recommend you to not work, but, you need to work to make money. So I did work a little bit
Yeah.
as a waitress on the side, but, it was a lot trying to do that full-time, and, and I was like, but yeah, so when I finally finished, it was just like a breath of fresh air.
Breath of fresh air.
Why did that not? Okay. don't
It's
know.
all good.
Yeah, it was a breath of fresh air, and I just felt like I could finally breathe. It was just so nice to not, like, have assignments, like, every second, and exam every week, and clinical, and it
Yeah.
was just truly, I was with my classmates more than I was with my own family, and those people became my family because you were in the thick of it all together, and you lean
Yeah.
on each other, and I still talk to a few of my friends that I was so close with then, and it's just, like, you really need that core group to, like, or a few, even just another friend, just to get through, like, nursing school, because I feel like it's impossible to be on it, like, doing it by yourself,
Yeah.
because you really are together, like, between class and clinical, you're together, like, 5 days a week.
Yeah, I feel
Mm,
like it's just like you
yeah,
and they're the only ones that are understanding it with you, so you like have to support each
yeah,
other in that
exactly,
because how else are you gonna do life?
exactly. Yeah. So I'm very thankful I had, like, my 5 closest friends, and I will never forget, like, them just being so supportive of each other and whatnot through those
Yeah.
years, because it was just insane. But, yeah, just a very, like, fast-paced program, like, and I've heard that even about different colleges, it's not like it's just one university or whatever that is like that. I just like
Yeah.
nursing in general. I mean, you're
And
learning.
they hold you to a really high standard because that's
Yes.
what one of the other nurses I had on here was saying how they hold you to such a high
Yeah.
standard because you're like literally with people's lives like
Yes.
at the end of
Yes.
the day. Like,
Yeah, and that's why, like, you
yeah.
have to learn so much. I mean, you're learning every single body system and down to the nitty-gritty of each thing,
Yeah.
fully understand everything. So it's a lot of material too, but it just feels good when you're done.
Yeah, I could never do it. So you guys are the bomb because I truly have a special place in my heart for any nurse because it takes a work of heart to be a nurse. I agree. Um, what's like the like emotional weight working in the NICU? Like, how do you kind of put aside like your feelings to do your job in the NICU?
Yeah, right. For me personally, I feel like working with adults helped me, like, be able to navigate my emotions in the
Mhm.
NICU. I also worked on the adult floor during COVID, which was absolutely horrible. And we became the
Oh,
COVID
wow.
floor. So I unfortunately experienced a lot of sad moments
Yeah.
and death. Which I feel like really, gave me no choice of how to deal with that, and learn how to take those emotions and how to, spare my emotions even at the bedside with the families and the patient. And I think, unfortunately, going through all that, I think it has helped me though in the NICU. And even though it's a totally different end of life, and it's babies and it's sad, and not every moment's sad,
Mhm.
but when there is sad moments, it is hard to, navigate your emotions, and you're trying to be strong for the families and the baby and
Mhm.
whatnot. Um, but I do feel like that background has kind of helped me be able to kind of, I don't want to say put up a wall, but in a
Yeah.
sense. And then, when I get in the car is when I let my
Yeah.
emotions out. Obviously I'm human, and
Yeah.
it is still, processing and all that. But I think it's taught me to be able to kind of put on a poker face during
Yeah.
those moments.
And to, like, be
Um,
strong for your patients too, because, like, they're probably
yes,
leaning on you when there's an issue or even in good
yes,
times too, like, they're, like, excited to celebrate
yeah,
with you, so it's like
absolutely.
you're yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel like one of the biggest takeaways that I forget who said it to me, maybe it was even
Mhm.
nursing school, but, like, it's okay to be human and show
Yeah.
your emotions. Like, just because we are on the professional end and we're the caregiver doesn't mean that you can't
Yeah.
show emotion. Like, it's okay to cry with your patient in happy or
Yeah.
sad moments. Like, I've like, parents come in and, like, their baby, like, finally hit the next pound
Yeah.
mark, and, like, you're celebrating with them, and it's like they're crying and you're, like, crying for them because it's so happy that their baby just, hit the next milestone, like, things like that. Or on the other end, if it's a sad moment, like, they also don't wanna feel like you're a
No.
robot. Like, they need that support just as much as anyone. So, I feel like I've had parents in the past appreciate when I've kinda broken down
Mhm.
with them and, like, hug them, and, it's okay
Yeah.
to be human, and you don't have to just feel like, "Oh, I'm just here to do a
Yeah.
job," and,
I
like,
know for
you
me, if
know
I was ever in that predicament, I would want a nurse that is gonna wanna cry with me, but also gonna wanna celebrate with me too. Like, if I had someone who was just, like,
Yeah,
kind of like, this is, um, just another person or just someone that's,
yeah,
in the field another day on the job, I'd be like, "Okay, like, I still have
yeah.
feelings," like
You need yeah, whether they're happy or sad, you need
and
that
you're also
support all
thinking
around
too,
them.
there are postpartum also, so you know what that's
Yeah.
like now. How your
Now I
emotions put
fully
you in a
understand it. Yeah, I
whole
tried,
'nother
understanding before, but you
so
don't
you're in
understand
it.
until you're
I
in it, that's
know.
for sure. I'm I'm eager, and obviously I'm not eager to leave my
Yeah.
son yet, but when I do go back to work, I am eager to, like, put all my experience that I have
Mhm.
now, like into fruition,
Yeah.
if that makes sense, like, and be available for my moms. Like, I don't know, like, obviously I think I've been there a lot for my moms,
Yeah.
like my
Yeah.
patients' moms, I mean. Um, but I feel like it'll be different when I go back and I can understand better and provide more empathy now and obviously check in on them more postpartum
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah,
whatnot.
because now you get it.
So I think yeah, I think it'll make me a better nurse too. So I'm eager to like
Get
put that
get that
into
into
my
get that into
my
work. Yeah. Yeah.
exactly
Because like
exactly. But yeah, I mean it's
no, go, you're good.
sorry, go
You're good.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean as hard as it is in the NICU or can be, it is like the most
I
rewarding
bet.
job. Like those babies and any full term babies, preemies, they're just the strongest thing and they have no idea what's going on. And it's truly inspiring. Like, and they have no idea
Yeah.
what they're doing. And it's really amazing. And when they get to graduate and go home, like there's nothing better than we do like a little
Yeah.
clap out for our patients, especially when they've been there for a while. So like everyone who's taking care of them,
Uh-huh.
doctors, nurses, like physical therapy, nutrition, everyone gets together in the hallway
As
and we
they walk
clap the
out.
family
See,
out
I've seen
leaving.
that on the news
And it's
before, and, I love seeing on the news when they dress all the babies up for Halloween that are in the NICU. I think that's the cutest thing
yes.
ever. You
You have to make
do.
it fun. You have
Yeah,
to
or,
make it
like,
up.
when
I mean, they're celebrating the first
Christmas comes
holidays there,
around.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. I know we have like Santa come and for Easter they did an Easter
Oh,
bunny. Like it's you have to make what's
yeah.
best of it. And you know, these parents are missing out on a lot of those first moments at home and they have, you know, when you're pregnant, you have these dreams and these thoughts that you can't wait to do these things with your baby. And unfortunately, a lot of the times those moments are taken
Yeah.
away from them and like the idea of what they
Yeah.
expected. So we try our best to give them as much as we can to make it feel a
Yeah,
little
because like,
normal.
you and I are so lucky to be able to have just spent a couple days in the hospital, come home, and have that first night at home. And then, like, some of them are what?
Absolutely.
Months before they can even come home with their
Yeah.
baby, so
Yeah. And I couldn't
no, I
imagine.
couldn't
Like,
imagine coming home without my baby yet. Like, I
yeah.
literally couldn't
Yeah.
even, like
I
you just
know.
spent 9 months or even, however,
Yeah.
whenever they had them, say 6 months, just because some of them are early,
Yeah.
like, connected for so long. Like, I remember
Yeah.
being like, when they first wheeled, like, Lena out to, like, go do her hearing test, I was like, "Is she coming back yet? Is she
Yeah.
coming back yet?"
Believe it? I know. I
Especially
know.
the
It's
last time with
sad.
Peter, I felt that really strong with him. I just remember them taking him out, and I was
Right.
like, "Okay, now I can finally shower." Like, I got my IV, like, taken out, and then
Right.
I came out of the shower, and I was like,
Yeah.
"He's still not back yet." And I was just, like, sitting
It's,
in the
you're
recliner,
like,
and I'm
"Where
like,
is
"Is
he?"
he okay?"
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Uh, yeah.
You're attached. I
Yeah.
mean, it's your baby,
Yeah.
you know? I think that's what we always say too is like the NICU, I think, is one of the hardest departments in a sense because nobody expects to
No.
go to the NICU. Like everyone expects to go in, have a baby. And a lot of people don't even know what the NICU is. Like a lot of people think it's just for premature babies, and it's not. I mean, we get a lot of full term babies too. It just really depends on
The
what the
situation, yeah.
situation is. Uh, I think those are the harder ones. You know, obviously, when somebody goes into labor preterm,
Have a
they
y
obviously know that they have to go to
yeah.
NICU
Yeah.
after delivery. But you know, when we get a full term baby and everything was fine at delivery or whatever happened, you know, it's really hard for those parents to
Yeah.
accept like their baby's not going with them to their room or maybe not even
Yeah.
going home with them. So it's tough in that sense, so, like, they need a lot of
For
support
sure.
all around,
For sure.
but it's great building connections with those parents too that, like, they're so strong, like, as we just said, I couldn't imagine, and I'm so
Yeah.
thankful too that you have to go through that, so I give any parent that has a child in the NICU, like, credit,
Me
like,
too.
beyond belief because they're truly so strong just as
Me too,
much as
like,
their
I
baby.
see, parents that have kids in the NICU, like, share NICU awareness on Instagram, and I'm just like, now that I'm a mom too, I'm like, "God, I couldn't even imagine, like, you're
Yeah,
so strong." Just I
yeah,
remember being in, the first floor about to go upstairs to have Peter when I got induced, and 2 parents came
mm,
in, and they were like, "We're going to see our son in the NICU," and I just, like, remember watching them walk past me, and I looked at Gino, and I was like, "I couldn't imagine having to just come here every day." Like, your
I
whole like,
know. I mean, even that in
coming there
itself,
every day.
I put my life
Yeah,
together at home
and
and I'm
I
here
couldn't
every day,
imagine too, like,
let alone
having other kids at home, like, I would have to, like, figure that
yes.
out, like, oh my goodness, it's just
Yeah,
yeah,
childcare and some parents even have transportation issues,
yeah,
unfortunately. So, like, that's even a shame
yeah,
to say, you know, they have to Uber or find a ride from
yeah,
somebody else just to go see their baby,
yeah,
which is sad. And, like, thankfully, we have resources that we try our best to offer
yeah,
services for those parents, but sometimes it's not
yeah,
enough, and it's just sad you wait for somebody else to, you know, to come and see your own baby. It's
yeah.
really a shame. It's just all these things that, nobody thinks of until you either know somebody that was in the NICU or you've seen it online, or like there's not enough, I feel like, knowledge
Yeah.
about the
Once you
NICU.
hear
And
like a real story, it like kind of really puts you into perspective of, wow, this is real life.
yeah,
Like this isn't just what happens on
yeah,
TV. Like this happens all the time, every single day.
mhm,
And on TV is never,
yeah,
never the same.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
a lot.
Speaking of TV, are there any shows for you that you think, if you've ever watched any medical shows, that actually can kind of just are very similar, or I guess similar to what it's like in real life in a hospital?
Um, I mean, I feel like Grey's Anatomy is just
Uh-huh.
always my favorite. So I'm gonna say Grey's Anatomy. I mean, maybe obviously besides
The
like
love
the
drama
drama
stories. Yeah.
aspect. Yes. But I mean, there's drama in the
Yeah, it's true.
hospital, there's things
Yeah.
that happen, and
Yeah.
it's work. Everyone
Yeah. Yeah.
has
Yeah.
workplace trauma, or whatever.
A McDreamy and a
But
McSteamy
I would say,
somewhere. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Those
So real.
those are
Yeah.
real things. They happen. Um, but yeah, I would say like I just remember like watching, especially through nursing school, and like it was so spot on of just like because I also worked in the
Mhm.
hospital too, time. So it was just like very
Yeah.
spot on, like without all the TV
Yeah.
aspect of it. But it's chaotic, and especially in the adult world
Yeah.
and stuff like that. I mean, the NICU can be chaotic too in its different sense. But I haven't seen a show regarding
No.
the NICU.
I don't think people
Um,
wanna touch on
but
that. They
yeah,
say,
no, it's
like,
good.
adult drama better.
Yeah,
It's
yes,
easier to
there's more adult
watch
drama.
too. Like, I don't like even just
Yeah,
when they do bring a kid on a TV show, I'm like, "Okay, I can't watch this part, like,
yeah,
this is gonna haunt me."
yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, all right,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. The adults is where the
for
the
sure.
chaos is.
Yeah. So kind of out of that, you are now a mom yourself, so how was the pregnancy for you with your baby?
I was really blessed, and I had a great
Yeah.
pregnancy. I mean, I had some symptoms of like, the nausea and the
Yeah.
tiredness and heartburn. I had that
Yeah.
really bad, especially
Yeah.
towards the end. And in all, I can't complain about any of my
Yeah.
symptoms. So it was all normal things, but I really had a great pregnancy, and I loved being
Mhm.
pregnant. It was just special. I feel like, again, you've told it three
Yeah.
times. There's just nothing
No.
like it. Like it's just such a special bond, I feel like, and it's just
Yeah.
you and them, and I kinda miss it. Obviously, it's so great having him here and finally seeing
Yeah.
him and whatnot, but, it's something special about having them inside you,
I
and it's
know.
just you
I
2.
know. It's a bond
It's
that just is,
it's
like,
crazy.
different than anything else. You can't explain it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 You really can't.
And then
Yeah,
your
but it was
delivery, was
great.
that pretty good too, for the most part? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Good.
I was also blessed with that. I started having contractions and went in, and then several hours later, I had him, but
Yeah.
all was good, and we were both healthy, and like we said, we didn't need to go to the NICU or
Good.
anything, so that was where my
I was
mind was going,
thinking,
especially with
yeah,
the
like,
NICU
you're
background. I was I was very anxious. I was texting my coworkers, and I'm like,
yeah, like
"Who's working?" And I'm down here. I'm like, "Please look
right?
out for me
No,
if
I
I
was
need
thinking
anything."
that, like, what
I
was life like being the patient instead of the provider? Yeah,
It was
I
weird.
bet.
Like, to be completely honest, as soon as he came out and they put him on me, I was like,
You're like
"Wait, this is my baby?" It was, like, the weirdest. It doesn't even make sense because obviously I
Uh-huh.
just gave birth, but I guess I was so used to being in the room because NICU is in
Right
the
there,
room for
yeah, if you need
deliveries
them.
if needed, and I'm so used to being on that end watching the
Uh-huh.
baby come out and being
Uh-huh.
placed with mom that I feel like I've seen that so many
Uh-huh.
times that when he was actually in the position, it's just didn't feel real, like that was
Yeah.
me in
Uh-huh.
the bed. My I told my husband, he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "I don't know how to explain it." It was just the
Yeah, it is.
weirdest
I'm
feeling.
sure.
But also
Yeah,
yeah, but also obviously
I know.
amazing. So it was definitely different, but it was nice, like, I delivered at the hospital I work at, so it was nice that I knew some of
Yeah,
the nurses and, like, my coworkers
I'm
came and
sure.
visited, so a lot of that made it, like,
Feel like home,
more
like, more
personal.
like a home environment.
Exactly. I like company because, like I said, with the NICU, everything I've seen in the NICU definitely made me more anxious
I'm
during
sure.
pregnancy and for delivery just 'cause, I know it can happen and whatnot, so unfortunately, that stunk, but I just kept, manifesting positive, calm
Yeah.
vibes, and I feel
Yeah, it
like that
did.
worked, and everything's
I know.
fine, and
The
so
Nothing is,
thankful.
like, more amazing than when your kid is literally just placed on your chest. Like, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
remember being like with Lena, I was just like, "Whoa." Like, I was in shock. I feel like I
Yeah,
disassociated for a second, and then I was like, "Oh my god, like, she's here, like,
yeah,
this is real."
yeah,
And then with the other
yes.
2,
It happens
yeah,
so
and then with the other
fast.
2, since I kind of knew what was going on with Lena, like, how I had her already, I knew what to expect with
Yeah,
them, then I was just like, "Come on, give them to me." Like, I just, like, threw them right on
it's
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And that really is the best
Yeah.
feeling. Again, it's just something you can't
I
like
know. It's
describe.
super,
It's
super, super special.
like your
I
heart's just
know.
so
You
full.
like burst. Um, so what would you say has been the most surprising thing for you about being a mom so far?
Hmm. All right. Most recently, I feel like it's been the amount of people that want to touch your
Yeah.
baby. Like even just when you're at the
Really?
store, like they want to touch your stroller, they want to touch your baby. They're asking you questions that I feel like don't really matter.
Really?
Like just even like the specifics of how often he's eating and what's he
Just like
eating and am
random
I
people?
nursing? And I'm like,
Wow.
yes, like
Hmm.
yes.
I
And like
never really had that. I have maybe one or two occurrences, but
I've
not like a lot.
and I think people are like, especially like, cuter older ladies. I feel like they're
Yeah.
just excited. And I'm like, thank you, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mind if you want to talk to me and ask me questions, that's
Don't touch
fine.
my kid.
But like don't
Mama
touch my
bear
kid.
mode.
Then I'm like like
Uh,
wiping it down with hand. Like he's only like about to be 7 weeks old. So to me, like the germs are just like I'm so anxious
yeah,
for
and
the
like
germs
you
right
have
now.
to be.
Yeah, for me,
Hmm.
yeah. And me taking him out to the store is already nerve wracking enough. And then I'm like,
Don't touch
don't,
him. No,
don't
don't
come.
touch him.
You can look
Yeah.
from
You
afar.
can look and see.
So I think that was probably the most surprising thing in that sense. I just wasn't expecting like people
And
to
also,
be.
like, he's so small that, like, even if someone were to, like, look and be like, oh, he's so cute, like, he's not going to give them a reaction yet because he's so little. It's like, what are you looking at him for? Just
Yeah,
look from afar.
I
Like my
I
son
know.
is
I
big
think I've never
enough
done
where it's
that.
like he's going to look back at you and maybe smile or clap, but like,
Yes. And there's like more of
yeah,
a
like
reaction
that
and
I can get. But a
whatnot.
newborn, it's like, okay,
Yeah.
no, yeah,
Just look
I
and
know.
I don't know. It's just odd.
Yeah,
I don't know. But so yeah, that was probably my
it is.
most surprising thing. But I think people love babies
Yeah,
and I don't, you
yeah,
know,
I
and I get
know.
it. I just never did that
Yeah, it's
so to
just,
anyone. Like if I saw a baby, I'm like, oh, he's cute, like in my head,
yeah,
and I keep
exactly.
walking.
That's what I would do. I would do too.
Yeah. Or maybe tell the mom, oh, so cute, and
Even with
again,
my
keep walking.
kids,
I don't know.
like when they come home from school, I'm like, wash your hands. You're not touching the baby. Well, now he's a little bit bigger, so I do. But when they first started school
Yeah.
back in September, he was only 2 months old. And I was like, do not
Yeah.
touch
It's
him.
scary.
And he got like his very
Yeah.
first sickness at 5 months. And that was like the youngest that like Lena and Augie did not get sick that young. And I was like a panicked mess because I'm like, oh my God, he's so little. He
Oh,
couldn't
of
even have
course.
Motrin yet because you can't have that till 6 months. And I
Oh,
remember my other two always responded better to Motrin than Tylenol. So I was like giving him Tylenol and I was like, it's not really working. I'm like, I just like, yeah. So that was hard.
no,
Yeah.
it's
So that
scary.
is surprising though. Like people like don't touch the baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. I don't. Or even just like his
Yeah.
blanket. Like I know you're not touching me. It's just that's something that
Yeah.
touches him.
Yeah.
That
No,
like
I
I
get
don't know.
it.
I know Jordan's ready to jump from the blanket to him, but it's just the point that he is not your
Right.
child.
What's been like the
Need
best
like,
moment for you so far?
hmm.
I know there's probably a lot
Yeah,
because
there's so
it's
many.
like just like such a euphoric
Again,
feeling.
I know like every day is great.
Yeah.
Probably him smiling has
He's
been,
starting to smile at you.
and it
Yeah.
at first I just thought it was like a reflex, and then I
Uh-huh.
realized he's actually like smiling.
Seeing you. Yeah.
Like we're like being silly and just playing with him. It's like the cutest thing. I feel like the night
I
my
know.
husband was saying can't wait for him to laugh, and I feel like obviously we're that's like the closest thing. So I feel like just seeing him being happy is just so
Yeah.
cute. He
Once they
said,
like really recognize you and like smile at you, it's like, oh, like your heart
yeah,
just melts. Cause at first it is really just a reflex when they're smiling in
yeah,
their sleep, which is also
yeah,
super cute. But
yes,
I feel like that was one of the biggest moments for me. Like when Lena
yeah.
first smiled at me, I was like,
It just melts
she's
your
like
heart.
smiling at me.
I
Like,
know you're doing something right.
I know, right? It's so cute.
Because it's all like stressful and they're crying and you don't know what they need and this and that,
I
especially the
know.
first couple weeks and
Yeah.
whatnot. And it's like finally, it's like, oh my gosh, there's something
Yeah. And
like
like learning their cries. I remember
yeah,
not knowing what certain cries meant. And then I finally was like, okay, that means they're starving.
yes,
That
yes.
means maybe there's poop in the diaper, or that means
It's a huge
they're
help.
gassy or something. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because they really do have a different cry for each thing.
Uh huh.
But at first, you're just like, they're crying for everything,
I
and you don't even
know.
know.
I know. I'm just like, what do I do? And then you're
I know.
like leaking and you're just you have a
It's a
diaper on,
process.
trying to handle a kid.
Exactly. You're trying to take care of yourself, you're trying to care for
I
them. It's
know. I know. It's
it's
crazy.
something. And like, people warn you, but like I said, you really don't get it until you're in it.
No. Now, how has been, so I know obviously like you're only a couple months out from having him, but have you done any more farm responsibilities since you've had him? Are you starting to like get back to it? Because I know you have to wait 6 weeks anyway from really
Yeah.
doing
So
any physical activity, but
I just recently started, like, last weekend I was out there like picking up Bean's poop and cleaning out her pen and whatnot, which, like I said to my husband, I was so excited because he's like, you don't need to do that, I'll do it.
uh-huh.
And I was like, no, you hold the baby. So
Yeah.
they just hung out and I went out there and did some farm chores, which felt so good just because, like,
It's like normal life. Like you're feeling, yeah.
like I'm only caring, not only, but I'm caring for a child 24/7. So it was just
Yep.
nice to do something else. And like, it was just relaxing. I was playing music and
Yeah.
spent time with Bean, and I think she enjoyed it because I haven't been out there in a while.
Yeah.
And so
It,
things like that have
yeah.
been nice.
It is so important to like not always be just mom. Like
Yeah.
I've told myself this like multiple times. Like I can't just be mom. I still have to be Sarah. Like I have to still do things that are gonna fulfill me, because if not, I can't be the best mom, you know? Like you have to. So that's good that you were able to like, yeah, that's good that you were able to like kind of like let loose and clean up some poop, you know?
It's so good. I didn't think I'd be so happy to do that.
Clean up.
I'm like, yeah, all right. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah. Now, are you super excited for when he's big enough to like go out there with you?
Oh yeah.
Like that's gonna be so cool. Like he's gonna be your little farmer sidekick.
I know. I am very excited. Obviously not rushing time, but
yeah.
I always want to put him on the back of Bean. Not obviously like without us holding it, but like I was sit him on her and like get a cute little picture, like you said, just out there. I don't know. I want to put him like some cute overalls and
well, because Bean has actually been featured in a lot of photos. The photographers love Bean.
Yes,
I've seen her all over.
Yeah. Bean's our little star.
She is. She's so cute. She's so adorable.
She's massive now. She's so chunky.
I know. When I saw her pictures when she was little and then I saw her in person, I was like, wow, she actually did get pretty big.
Yeah, big.
Yeah.
I mean, still small in the micro cow world, but
yeah,
she's big.
Yeah. No, that'll be so cool. And then you can teach him how to do all the fun farm duties.
Yeah.
My husband can't wait for our boys to like be on the blueberry farm with him.
Yeah, right.
And just so he can like teach them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like alone. I mean, he's with my dad, but I don't have any brothers or anything. So it's my boys that are gonna and even Lena. I mean, Lena really shows an interest in like farm life. Like when he takes her out there, he's like he educates her on it. So
yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. You little helpers.
Yeah. Yeah. And they kind of have no choice. So yeah. So I kind of always conclude these with a little rapid fire fun questions. Okay. All right. You ready for some?
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So this is kind of this or that. So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. And I'm sure you need it even more right now. I was going to say. Right now.
Every day.
Yeah. How's he? Now, I don't want to jinx you if he's sleeping okay, but does he sleep okay at night, or are we kind of like?
Yeah, I think he sleeps okay. I mean, his longest stretch so far has been 5 hours.
All right, that's good.
But yeah, I was happy about it.
Yeah.
I think on average it's like 2 to 3.
Okay.
Like it's probably his most common. So
okay,
we're getting there.
Are you breastfeeding him?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's usually why.
So, yeah. So I'm like, well, I mean, it's expected.
Yeah.
But I'll take anything more than the hour and a half, because sometimes when he has a bad night, it'll be like an hour and a half. And I feel like by the time I'm going to sleep, I'm waking back up. And
I know.
I'm like, what day is it? What time?
It's like a zombie. I know. You feel like a zombie.
It really is.
All right.
So I'll take it.
Yeah. All right. Next one is scrubs or overalls.
Probably scrubs. I'm not really a huge overall girl.
No.
I don't. Even though we live on a farm, I don't really dress farm like.
No.
So,
scrubs, yeah. And scrubs are pretty comfortable, I've heard.
They're so comfy.
And I used to work in like a doctor's office and we had to wear them. And I remember being like, okay, these aren't bad. Like I would come home and like wear them for a little bit after the day was done.
But they're comfy.
Yeah. All right. So who is the easiest animal to care for on the farm?
Probably the chickens. You just throw them some feed and water.
Yeah. Do you give them like any leftover like vegetables that you have too?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't eat them at dinner? Yeah.
Yeah. So it doesn't go to waste. And my husband's all about the free range. So they're out and about. So like they're like just, picking through the grass and stuff like that too. So
yeah. Now your sister-in-law has them right there too, but they're in the coop, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my kids were looking at them.
There, but she's afraid of, which I don't blame her, the predators, because we do have like a fox problem sometimes or
Okay.
hawks. They can get them. So that's the downside of them being free range. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's nice for them, so they're out and about all the time. But then you have
Yeah.
to worry about something getting them. So yeah, they leave theirs locked up. Which I mean, they'll let them out for like a little while, but they don't leave them out 24/7.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Which we lock ours up at night just because the predators tend to come at night. So they'll go in their chicken coop and we lock them up at night and then we let them out in the morning. But still, when we're not home, especially if we're both working, you don't know if something's out there.
Yeah.
So that's the downside.
Yeah. Now, my last one was, what's your favorite mom moment so far? But I think I already asked you that, which was the smiling.
Yeah.
What are you, I guess what I can ask you instead is, what are you like looking forward to most with him? Well, you said laughing. Okay. We already talked about this.
Yeah.
What? Laughing is definitely something that's going to be exciting.
Like you said, even with like your 10-month-old, like just being a little more interactive, like each week, like he's becoming more interactive, but it's so much, it's like so fun. Like obviously I love like the very fresh newborn stage, but they're just sleeping and like,
I know,
they're so cute. And of course you're loving the snuggles, but like now it's nice to have some interactive time and still snuggle him when he's sleeping and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for more interactiveness, I guess.
I love like 6, I feel like, to 10 months. I mean, I love 10 months. We're just at 10 months now. But 6 to 10 months for me was like the best because they're just starting to like sit up on their own. Okay. And they're just like really starting to like engage in everything that's going on around them. And now I have 2 other kids and they play with him. But if he has a toy that one of them wants, I could just take the toy back from him and give him like a spatula and he's good with that. Whereas now he knows what he wants. So if he, like yesterday, my 2 were fighting over like something silly and like the baby was just screaming at Augie in his face. I was like, oh my God, it's starting already. It's starting already. But yeah, like a spatula will keep him occupied once he turns 6 months, which is so nice because you don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, them. I didn't even think of like with siblings, like them taking something that he wants.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's great having all 3.
It's great. It's great. It's, motherhood is amazing.
Yeah, it truly is.
I'm glad that you get to experience it now because I remember, before I had my 2 and then when we had first met.
Yeah.
And you're a mom too. You joined the club.
So crazy.
The cool club.
Truly. I know. I feel like having mom friends is like the best. I feel like you really can't do it without that support.
No. That village is like very important.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Because they're the only other ones that are understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always say I feel so guilty for any of my friends that had kids before me because I just truly didn't know.
Yeah.
But now I plan to like be as supportive as I possibly can. Just I can.
Yeah. And like the demands of breastfeeding, I feel like are not talked about a lot either. Like before you become a mom and now you're like, whoa, breastfeeding's nuts. But if it works for you, it works for you. Like I was able to do it for all 3 for a period of time and it was, it was awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's, again, nothing like it because you've never provided for somebody like that.
I know. Like a cow.
Literally. That's what I joke around saying. Like sometimes I feel like a cow, but it's fine.
Like a dairy farm.
Literally.
I know. Especially those early days when like you're first like getting acclimated and it's just like overproducing. You're just like, whoa, am I ever going to like settle back?
And engorgement and all those things that
I know.
More I'm like, whoa.
I know.
One thing still on it, I keep telling like even a few of my other friends just had babies and I keep telling them like each day gets better, each week gets better.
It does. And it does.
It's just true. Because at first you're just like, oh my God, how am I ever going to do that? And I feel like you just have to focus on like that moment. You can't think like far.
No, you can't be like, when am I ever going to do this for myself again? Because it's like, you will get there. You will get there. At the end of the day, like just really try to think my kids are healthy. And that's where I keep my head at.
There's really nothing better than that. So.
Yep. I know. Well, thank you so much for doing this with me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. I'm so excited for my listeners to hear about a animal farm instead of a blueberry farm because the life is much different, but we're kind of walking through the same seasons because we have kids and a farm and work and
all the things.
All the things. So thank you so much, Alyssa. And for anyone else that is listening, I am on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Holding the Harvest Podcast. And you'll catch me right back here on next Thursday. Spotify, Apple, and